I'm extremely proud of this team, the players, the coaches, the parents. This has been just a very difficult and a challenging year for us in many ways. We knew that Stanford is going to be the team to beat with 3 Olympians and National Player of the Year and so many great players. And we needed to believe that we can get this job done. And it took us quite some time to believe. And even when we won the game at the MTSF, I think we were still second-guessing ourselves because they are so talented. And to win in this fashion, this is going to stay with this team, with these players, with these coaches forever. One of those things that you maybe think of when you're on your deathbed, when you're dying. That's how special these games are, believe it or not.
I'll open up questions, I guess. Ani, how did you feel about scoring that game winner?
Great. I think the game was really tough, and I missed a lot of shots too. But this last shot, I knew it was going in, and I really wanted this game, and I wanted not only for me, but for all my team and the coaches, the parents, that everyone is here supporting us, and it was really nice.
I was happy she scored. I was getting kind of tired. Yeah, a little bit. My legs are exhausted, but that's why we do all the yardage that we do. I was, in the game I didn't even think about how tired I was because I was like, this is what we prepare for. We played a few times this season. We played back-to-back games, and I was like, why are we playing back-to-back games? That's why, just in case you go into 3 overtimes.
It's the longest game I've ever played.
Yeah, me too.
For all of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laura, are you tired?
Yes.
But happy?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about what you saw in that game. You obviously came up with big saves, but what does it mean to be MVP and to win this?
Oh, I did not know that.
Congratulations.
Congrats,
Well
Flora.
done, Flora.
Well, it feels great now that someone told me. I don't know, it was a real long game. That's what I remember. And we knew all the way along that we need to play good defense against Stanford because Stanford has some great shooters on their team, and they are really strong in their offense. And I thought we executed more or less what we talked before the game, so I think that's how we could win. And also, we just wanted it so badly. I mean, in a game that goes to 3 sudden death overtime, that I don't even know what decides, but probably one of the factors is that who wants it more.
As student athletes reach the pinnacle of athletic achievement and won an NCAA championship, what would you say to younger student athletes who are trying to get to a championship, trying to win a championship? What did you learn?
I'll go. I think it's all about, really dedicating yourself and setting priorities, finding a way to be able to rely on your teammates for support because you're all trying to achieve the same goal, and relying on each other in the pool, and we all live together, and in the classroom you take classes with your teammates, and it's all about, we're such a family, and yeah.
I think it's also about hard work.
Yeah.
Mostly about hard work.
You got to find a good coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, honestly, in any sport, the coaches are going to keep you interested in it, and you're going to continue training hard, and coaches who don't, you quit. So I think it's very important for a young player to have a really good leadership and somebody that understands the sport. Many high school coaches, I'm sorry, but they're not even water polo players. They don't even play, they never played water polo. They were ex-swimmers. And unfortunately, on the East Coast especially, there's so many coaches that are really not, ready to to coach their kids, and that I think is a major problem.
Coach, what were you telling your players after first overtime, second overtime, over and over? What do you say?
You know, I was just telling my wife that I really feel good about things that I said, because there were times where we needed to say something, but I was on their case too. I was pretty angry in the beginning of the game, and I got after them. But there was a moment in the game when I felt that we needed Kelly Mendoza, and both of our 2-meter players were getting tired. Maddie was getting tired. Kaylee Gilchrist was getting tired, and I was telling Kaylee, "This is your turn. This is your time," and she was unbelievable in overtime. Then in the last overtime, I was telling Ani, "This is your time." I said a couple more things, but it's nice. But and it just happened for whatever reason. It just happened that whatever I said today it happened, and so I feel good about it.
I knew it was. If he said it, like, I dressed him and I went all out on diet in the last overtime, well, during all the game, but I dressed him, so it was my time. What?
Did you know it was him?
The goal? Not really. Took the shot and I was thinking in defense.
I was thinking defense. I love you, but I was
I
thinking
heard
defense.
like the bar, but like I wasn't sure if it went in or like out, so it was fuck.
No, we saw it from the bench. It was a perfect shot. It was pretty unbelievable. It was right in the corner, high corner. It was unstoppable.
How many times have you seen that jump into the pool? Did you dream of that? Did you plan that, or is that just a promise?
You know, in 1999, we played Stanford. At the time, it was the longest game ever, and it was at UC Davis, and that was our first national championship. And our freshman Christine Zador scored a winning goal in the 6th overtime, and it was very similar. The game was just like this, up and down, up and down. And Christine Zador, by the way, was a daughter of famous Ervin Zador, who was a Hungarian water polo player who played in '56 Olympics in Montreal and was punched by a Russian. The game was called a blood war, blood battle. There's a movie about it. She played for us and scored a winning goal, and so it was kind of very similar to this. She's a freshman, and no, I definitely thought about that moment too.
Talk about Florian in overtime. She made several saves and point blank range for Stanford and golden opportunity. She came up big time and time again.
Well, you know, the goalie is the most important player on your team, and she was unbelievable. I mean, we don't win without Flora, and she always steps up in big games. This is her 3rd championship, and every single championship that she played, she was our best player. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd year, she was our best player, and we many times helped her, but there are many times when we failed to help her, and she made point-blank shots. But this is what you need. This is what championship teams need. You need to have a great goalie. So I'm really happy to hear that she was the MVP. But beside that, Hannah had 4 goals, and she guarded their best player, number 20, and Hannah was outstanding. And when we looked like we were kind of down, she scored some huge goals and actually almost scored a winning goal for us in regulation. Maddie was huge in the beginning of the game with 2 goals. Ani played almost the entire game and scored a winning goal. Then we have Kelly Mendoza that was outstanding. We have so many heroes in this game.